Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is me, Duke CT, back with you once again. How are you doing this Thursday evening? And my goodness, WE is doing all this stuff, the press conference and everything else. It's big and all these other situations and all the stuff here. But first, before we get into all of this insanity and stupidity, the storylines, and believe you me, we will get to all the stupidity and the craziness and the backwards build up and basically WE making things, making A to B storyline to being, well, to A to C to Z to B to back, to A to D to F to M to F to G to Z, then go to N, then they go to O, and then finally go to B, after doing this weird, crazy things here. But before we get to that, let's get into the reason why this whole thing is happening. A distraction. But it looks like, because honestly, there are things here. Because once again, the Vince McMahon allegations and all these other things, including that one Ashley Massaro, who was one of the WWE divas back in the early 2000s, and then she tragically took her life back in 2019. And because of and honestly, and many of the reasons why is because of this story, and it seemed like it was known, but not really. Now it's getting a second look. It's right here. Vince McMahon knew about Ashley Massaro's rape allegations despite WWE issuing denial. And before we go into anything else here, if you are very sensitive to this stuff, you can skip ahead and not talk about this. I mean, because again, this is very traumatic for some people. People will probably look at this as a, it's like, okay, what is this stuff here? And I think, if you don't want to look at this, be forewarned. It's very heavy about this stuff. So that's make sure if you don't want to watch this stuff, you can skip ahead. Um, let's see if I can put like a timestamp or whatever, and to make sure people, if you don't want to know about the stuff and everything else, put a timestamp on when I record the, when I put this up on the separate channel. Anyway, we can go here. XWE executive John Laurinaitis' attorney has reportedly claimed that most of Vince McMahon's upper management team knew about Ashley Massaro's rape allegations. This comes just days after former WWE chairman McMahon, 78, left their promotion. He left his role in the wake of sex trafficking allegations made by a former employee. McMahon has denied the allegations against him. Massaro, who worked as a wrestler for WWE between '05 and '08, was allegedly raped on a military base in Kuwait in 2006. He died by suicide, age 39, in 2019. According to Vice News, Laurinaitis' lawyers said he and most of the upper level management were aware of the allegations, yet the attorney has denied there was a cover up. This contracts the WWE statement on the allegations of 2018. As quoted by Newsweek, the statement read, "At no time was Vince McMahon or the management of WWE was informed by Ashley Massaro or anyone else that she's been sexually assaulted, drugged, raped, or sodomized." The sworn affidavit released by Massaro's lawyer after her death in 2019. She alleged that someone who claimed to be a U.S. Army doctor injected her with a drug and sexually assaulted her. Massaro said that WWE executives tried to silence her. In the affidavits, he said of McMahon, "He told me not to let one bad experience ruin the good work they were doing." Vice News claims that the Naval Criminal Intelligence Service opened an investigation into Massaro's allegations in June 2019, but this was closed several months later. In 2019, Massaro was found unresponsive in her home at 5:23 a.m. after she failed to appear for work at WWSK FM in the previous evening. She was pronounced dead when she was taken to hospital. In 2021, it was confirmed that she died by suicide. The former wrestlers' death spurred a conversation about mental health in the professional wrestling industry and better protecting those who are competing. And again, the allegations and everything else here. I want to remind people why they are doing this, why WWE is doing this, because this man covering him up, trying to sweep up the mess and move on. Because that is what's going on right here. You know? This what happens. And I want to keep reminding that. I want to keep reminding this situation. You know? That's what is at the end of the day, you have to um you know, you have to protect, you have to, protect the people who are vulnerable, protect the people who needs protection and not these horrible monsters like, allegedly Vince McMahon and all the other people who are top executives who were in that position. Because that's really be real, you know, it's just that we have failed to protect I believe we have failed to protect a lot of people in these places, You have to start protecting them. But that's just me. That's just my personal thing. And actually, again and again, we have to remind that this is why this is happening. And like I said, before I get into that sillier stuff, because remember, this was known. This was known before all the stuff, and it and this stuff right here was known. And remember, he was still in charge up until last year. Remember, he was still in charge. And then in 2023, around this time, he came balling back because he wanted to be with his buddy, Ari Emanuel, and everything else. And don't get me started on him, because him and Dana White, again, let me just put this out here. We're going to, once again, I am going to put this up here, and we're going to have a nice little conversation about it, because people seem to forget. Because what Dana White, did to his wife is like, he said, and this is what his apology was like. Let me just see if I can find the statement. Let's see, where is it? I gotta see it here. Uh-huh. Let's see, where is it? Where is it? Gosh, where is it? Let's see, what is I need to find where he what he said, because I know he is. Here it is. Oh, I got it here. Here's what he wanted back last year. Remember, here, let me just put this right here, ladies and gentlemen. What should the repercussions be? I take 30 days off. How does that hurt me? I told you guys when we're going through the pandemic, COVID can last 10 years and I can sit it out. It's just like COVID, actually. Me leaving hurts the company, hurts my employees, hurts the fighters. Doesn't hurt me. I could have left in 2016. Do I need a flex? I've been against this. I own this. I'm telling you that I'm wrong. Here's my punishment. I have to walk around for however long I live, and this is how I'm labeled now. My other punishment is that I'm sure a lot of people, whether it be media, fighters, friends, acquaintances, that respect me, might not have respect for me now. There's a lot of things I have to deal with the rest of my life. That's way more of a punishment. Where I take a 30-day or 60-day absence. There it is. This is again Ari Emanuel. By the way, his boy Ari Emanuel was real quiet about that. Never talked much about it. It's amazing. It's amazing that these people have no real the standards of consequences and such. They can level what consequences are. Woo, man! This is the people here in TKL. So yeah, just to remind you what type of environment this is. Just keep remind you about it before we get into the silliness. All right? Okay, that's what we're doing. I'm just gonna remind you. But now let's get into the silliest, because that's why most people here. Cody Rhodes is chosen Roman Reigns. Yes, it's official. The main event of Mania and meanwhile, Seth Rollins looks like he actually Seth Rollins have been looked like a geek ever since, I would say, since Punk got injured. No, scratch that. The man's been looked like a geek ever since he won that world title. And basically, Roman basically cleared that up with everybody. He called that the loser's belt. And let's be real, it's the second. That's what he did. And he's right. Everyone who faced Seth Rollins basically lost or looked completely incompetent against Roman. Finn Balor. Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura. um, let's see, and then you have CM Punk, who, he basically was going to be him. And then after that, it's going to be Drew McIntyre, a guy who also failed against Roman. Um, it's just the Roman, it's the second place belt. And they made that clear. And Seth just looks like he has to take it. And that's what he is. He has to take it. And then you have Cody, who says, I'm not going to do this to SmackDown. He gave up his spot to The Rock. And somehow, ladies and gentlemen, he gave his spot up, and then he just all this other stuff here, and now it's hilarious to me. It's just hilarious, you know. It's hilarious that that they did. I mean, it's funny. It's so hilarious, you know. But anyway, get back here, and then Seth, after him basically doing all this, and said, "Trust me, trust the plan, guys," and then basically, let's be honest, choosing Roman and then getting slapped in the face by Rock at the press conference, which is hilarious and stuff. And Seth trying to come back to Rock, man, sit your ass down, sit your fake Riddler ass down, man. You just look like a complete total loser. Seth trying to get in the Rock's face, get out of here. And basically, it was a waste of time. In fact, let me just, if I can find a tweet, you know, such like that. Let me just see if I can find it, because I think this is. Let me just see here, because I think this pretty much tweet basically, you know, because this fits perfectly here. Because I think this really does fit perfectly about this whole thing. It's basically a little bit nerdy, but still. It says, much like with Kamala Khan's immediate retconning resurrection after fallen friend, today's WrestleMania kickoff makes me wonder, what was the fucking point of last week's SmackDown shenanigans? And that's what it is. It's just pointless. It's just this weird pointlessness. And that's what WWE has been doing. WWE does not know, they can't do a point A to point B storyline. A point A and point B storyline. It's not like, you just can't even do it. It's like, it's just a point A. Like, they can't do it. They can't do the simple thing. Why is it that wrestling stuff can't do this? They can't do it. What's going on? Why? It just, yeah. And I think uh it's just, it's just like, it's Rock. So basically, it's, uh gosh, it just looks it's so beyond anything else. And then you have, ladies and gentlemen, there you have, um you know Hunter coming in, man, like he's looking all downward. And you know what? That's basically going to be Hunter's role now. He's being, and basically, this will be his push out of the company. Basically, The Rock talking to him, because he's now basically a board member. He's there. Yeah. Oh, Paul Levesque. Guess what? That's his boss, by the way. Paul Levesque, that is his boss. That's his boss, by the way. So he's it's on borrowed time if he is gonna, because all the stuff that's going on. But even if he's not involved, he's gone. He is gone, ladies and gentlemen. Gone, gone. Because they're gonna be taking that over. It's done. And I don't know what else to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. What else can I say? What else can I say? Because it's just this storyline, this bloated storyline, and everything else. The bloated storyline that is this this WWE, just this cacophony of just this car wreck of WrestleMania. They just said, hey, Roman, Cody, that's it. That's all they could have done. But yeah, Cody, Roman, instead of this stupid background, all this stuff, it's just, you know, and that's, it's just so. Cody is just, yeah, just again, the stupidity of this. And the rumor has it that Cody might just walk out, which is hilarious. But Seth's saying it might be. I don't know. He's been hitting lately, but he could be wrong. But there's no way. There's no way they're not going to fumble this bag. But then again, who knows? I wouldn't be surprised if they do fumble this. The Rock and Cody, The Rock costs Cody, makes him look like a loser again, and then he fades away, goes back to AEW, which will be the biggest, stupidest thing of all time. 2 years of a wasted time. And at that point, if that was to happen, Trick Williams, you put Trick Williams and or I'll say Mello, but no, you can't Mello. Braun Breaker, Trick Mello, Trick or Mello, whoever is gonna have to be groomed to beat Roman, and he should have the same type of quick defeat. If it's Braun Breaker, he should lose in 30 goddamn seconds, and bam, move on, beat the belt, boom, done. Like the honky tonk man, because this is getting damn ridiculous. Braun Breaker sees what's going on. He spears him. He picks him up, slams him, spears. 1, 2, 3, beats Roman, moves on. He's the new champion, and that's it. They should be doing that. But then, WWE just can't do that. They just had to do the A to C, the D, the greed, and all that other stuff. But that's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's how it is. And it's all because of they're trying to distract from Vince and his entire horrible mess at the end of the day. So, leave your thoughts in the description. All of this, every little bit. I want to hear your thoughts on this and everything else here. So, go ahead, leave it down in the comment section below, all that good stuff, and that will be it. So, anyway, we're going to be leaving this stuff here. I mean, all the other stuff that's happened in wrestling and all that stuff. You know, TNA firing Scott Demore. I think that was Scott Demore trying to buy it, and he should have. But then again, um, the whole it just in the end, it's just really depressing that Anthem only sees TNA as a content mill and not really building it up. I hope that it would be nice if he actually Scott Demore does whatever. I would like to see him do it. I would like to see him build up and go somewhere else. I think honestly, the way he is, I wouldn't mind him being in AEW. I don't know. People are like, he's terrible. Look, they love him. TNA loves that guy. And honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing Jordan Grace and Athena go at it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Anyway, that's my thoughts on that. We'll be taking a small little break here. We're going to take a little bit of a break here, ladies and gentlemen. And when we return, I will be talking about Xbox. Something else has been going up. Um, the rumors about Xbox and everything else. We're going to be talking about that and other situations as well, and every little thing about that here live on the Dukect Lounge. We'll be right back right after this. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being here. Thank you for listening to me, Dukect. Be right back right after this. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, to me, Dukect. And looks like Xbox Multi is rumors. Man, lots of rumors. There's some rumors here, rumors, all that stuff. All the rumors stuff is here. Rumors, all the rumors. And here it is, the big one. The big rumor here about Xbox games going to be multi-platform. This has been 4 days, and people have been talking about this is the big one because rumor had it Xbox is doing major titles from Starfield. That's what it looks like they're going, and then you have a lot of stuff because Xbox have been not doing well for hardwares. It looks like they're doing some refocus towards multi-platform profitability, as the article says, by Charming Holiday. They say that this is good, and then they do have activity. Xbox Game Pass is probably one of the biggest things here. One of the reasons I like it, but then you look at the PlayStation, Nintendo in terms of console sales, not doing well. And the Xbox is, previously offered console exclusives to drive interest to the platform. Industry rumors suggest that the company is seeking profits from other markets. Game analyst Jez Corden it shared a tweet that Xbox will be focused on multi-platform releases to earn greater cash flow from competitors. Shortly after the tweet, multiple media outlets began breaking the news of other confirmations regarding multi-platform strategy. A source speaking to Xbox era claims that Starfield will be coming to PS5 after the Shattered Space expansion lands on the Xbox and PC. Another insider from Microsoft revealed to The Verge that Bethesda is considering releasing its upcoming Indiana Jones and the Great Circle on the PS5, likely a few months after the Xbox release. Bethesda is not the only titles have been rumored to go multi-platform, as recent weeks have seen insiders saying that both Hi-Fi Rush and Sea of Thieves are likely to jump ship and expand to other platforms. And here's the people here, the names, the games here: Starfield, Hi-Fi Rush, Sea of Thieves, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Doom Year Zero, Microsoft Flight Simulator, Halo Infinite, which is wow. I mean, maybe now Master Chief might be in a Smash game. Woo! Let's see, Permanent and Grounded. Along with the rumor that's the titles going multi-platform, Xbox games including Halo Infinite and Microsoft Flight Simulator are also expected to be made available on other consoles. That's supposed to, surprisingly, is they suggest that all Xbox titles will eventually be made multi-platform. While rumors have fluctuated between some games and all games from Microsoft's multi-platform vision, Jen stated that he has heard both the possibility of Xbox redirecting focus away from his own console as it comes a shock to many fans. Some believe that the practice of Xbox Game past day one releases led to a lack of profitability for exclusives on the console, while others are guessing that Microsoft may want to cut its hardware losses and focus solely on making and distributing games regardless of platform. While these rumors remain unconfirmed by Xbox, the possibility of its own exclusives appearing on other consoles has piqued the interest of audiences. Platform exclusivity remains a hotly debated topic among fans, particularly those who have witnessed the long-standing console wars between Xbox and PlayStation. Xbox games have moved to PlayStation Pass and vice versa, leading to generally favorable reception for players. Whether this battle between giants is coming to an end or simply changing direction remains to be seen, but fans may want to keep an eye out for an official word from the Xbox on the matter, which is, very interesting here. Good and all this other things. But, even after all of this, there's still some issues. And what issues there is about this, that even after all that, there's still some layoffs happening. In fact, the FTC files complaint against Microsoft over recent Xbox layoffs. They actually said they condemned the FTC complaint, saying the regulator ignored how it previously changed the terms of its acquisition. It says that the FTC argues that laying off 1,900 workers, Microsoft reneged on keeping Activision Blizzard an independent operator. And let's see. let's see, the original story is like the regulatory battle over Microsoft acquisition Activision Blizzard isn't over yet. Per The Verge, the FCC has filed a complaint after the Xbox maker laid off 1,900 employees in January. In its complaint, the FTC claims Microsoft contradicted an earlier promise to maintain a pre-merger status quo. It wants the acquisition paused until it completes a proper antitrust evaluation. By eliminating overlapping positions, Microsoft went back on its word. As such, Activision Blizzard is actually operating independently, making it hard for the FTC to order effective relief in potential administrative proceedings. Last summer, FTC filed a lawsuit and injunction against Microsoft to prevent the merger. Both failed, but it argues that new layoffs underscore our need for injective relief. Beyond pausing the acquisition, FTC has no other claims at present. Game developer contact Activision Blizzard and Microsoft for comment, and this is their response right here, updated here. In a statement to game developer, Microsoft condemned the FTC for ignoring the reality that the deal itself has substantially changed. The Xbox maker argued it was required last year by the UK CMA. They're the whole thing over there to restructure its deals, as it also point to its Call of Duty and cloud-related agreements as further proof of its evolution. In a separate letter, it says the FTC was unable to prove Microsoft has both the ability and incentive to make Call of Duty Xbox exclusive. The FTC is unable to articulate any harm from the finished merger. It added it has incomplete and misleading assertions. Layoffs at Activision Blizzard were already going to happen, said Microsoft. Merger or no. And if this divestiture was ordered, Activision Blizzard is operating in a way that will continue to be a robust market participant. However, Microsoft noted this with some skepticism, saying it will be an unlikely event to happen. Yeah, so they're going through all this stuff here because then they buying up all the first party stuff, Activision Blizzard. They Microsoft, all this stuff they bought. Blizzard, Activision Blizzard. They bought off Bethesda and all the other things they bought to make themselves. We don't want. We want to be challenging the Sony, Nintendo, and everyone else. They want to challenge them. Yeah, and then now, right now, look at it. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. They are now going to go multi-platform. What does that tell you? What does that tell you about how this thing is? What happens to the multi-platform? You know, you know, um, it just shows that the bottomless pit of money does not matter for Microsoft if these things don't move the needle. And maybe it was Game Pass that hurt them. Maybe Game Pass did hurt the whole thing overall sales. But the thing I think really did hurt them is honestly a lot of people were worried about the consolidation. I think that really hurt Microsoft because buying all these properties and buying them, I guarantee people were like, okay, now their games are now going to be walled off, and this is again, and not only that, um, Microsoft didn't really make a real. I honestly think when they look at their own first party games, they didn't really do much with them. The first party games they did, I mean, hell, Starfield was basically mediocrity defined. Um, you had Halo Infinite that has gotten better, but when it was released, people despised it. Hell, the Halo franchise been taking L after L after L, probably ever since Halo 4 came out. And then it just kept taking a lot more L's. And then, even worse, you got the TV show, which, oh, sweet Lord, how do you mess that up? I mean, you know, you know, it's amazing how they really screwed this, this whole big franchise up. Meanwhile, Sonic has, a resurgence. I mean, not only that, it has a Knuckles series, looks pretty fun, miniseries, and then Sonic 3 has come out. Mario looking pretty good now. Well, he has a really good movie, a huge movie. Just came out, made over $1 billion. Pretty cool stuff. And what? There's more stuff that's probably coming down the pike. Other game franchises that probably are going to take that next step. And I worry. For Microsoft is that they haven't really had that big win yet. They haven't have that big win yet. You know, they haven't had that big old win that will drive people to that console. And I don't see that changing because now they are basically becoming so desperate. That whole heave, that big, huge money they put all into these like acquiring Activision Blizzard, acquiring Bethesda, acquiring all these other companies, and yet now they're looking to be multi-platform. How really sad is that? And if they are going to go to multi-platform, I mean, it's kind of sad because it is Xbox have been built up for so long. The Xbox and the Xbox Series X, I just finally I always was an Xbox. I have the OG Xbox, Xbox 360. I skipped off the Xbox One because I just didn't really feel for it. I mean, after that whole oh gosh, that stupid E3 thing, which they actually recanted, saying all that type of stuff. They recanted it, which is good. But then I look back at the Series X. I looked at it. I was like, yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm liking what them. I'm liking what I'm seeing. So I got that. PS5. I have a PS4 now, but PS5. That stuff looks good too. But what I'm saying is that I love the Xbox. I love the series. I loved all the games and all all the stuff that was there. But man, they really didn't make. I think the Xbox really did a really piss poor job managing their IPs, their first party games, and looking at other places. It just seems that you know it's yeah, but that's just me. That's just my personal opinion, and I really think hmm, you know that's why I think is what's going on at the end of the day. But that's just my personal opinion. I want to hear what y'all have to say. I want to hear what you're in the comments section because I think if this goes down, let me just see. Oh, I hit them. If this goes down, what else is there for Xbox right now? What can the Xbox do? Because I do love Game Pass. I do love playing on my games there, but it just seems that they have not done a good job of managing their own stuff. And when they do use that huge deal and everything else, the video games that they acquired, they land with the wet fart. And I don't know how you can fix that. And with if they do go multi-platform, technically they already go multi-platform. You got a PC, you can play majority of these games anyway. Uh, so yeah, they already technically are going multi-platform. So if they do go there, it's just going to go right back to PC. I'm like, fine, and then it's going to be Sony and Nintendo. I don't know if there's going to be another American, um, breaking through there because they already tried that, and I don't think it's going to really. I don't think, ladies and gentlemen, that they will do much about this. I don't think they are. I don't think they're going to. Um, yeah, no America. It's just going to be Sony and Nintendo, and I don't see unless Microsoft finally says, okay, We're going to do digital only stuff, that's another issue, and we can talk about that. I'm probably going to do a podcast talking about that later, or comment a video over there, leave something about what what should I do? Did talk about the whole digital stuff there and everything. But yeah, that's what's going to be the future is digital. And honestly, heck, my bookcase holding the games just fell apart. So, how long the physical stuff is nice, but eventually they fall apart. The games don't work. My OG Xbox is not working anymore. It's just, it's like it's on the fritz. My PS3 is on the fritz too. The question now becomes, if they just can't work, what do you do, ladies and gentlemen? What do you do when the physical stuff doesn't work, but the digital stuff works perfectly? But that's just my personal opinion. I don't know what else to do, the situation here. But until we do 100% find a cure for it, or find a permanent solution for all this stuff, I'll be the first to tell you if I find out a way to do it. Until next time, I want to hear what your thoughts are. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. Thanks for being here. Peace and love. Don't forget to like, comment, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share amongst your friends, all this stuff here. I want to hear your thoughts and everything else here. Anyway, I'll see y'all when I see y'all later.